That guy was on his phone. And now to do another video. Tis Maríomh Galéir agus tá fáilte ascadí an clár KAZA WHAKI. Hello everybody in YouTube land and welcome back to the KAZA WHAKI show. This video is a video for the Facebook page Moto Vloggers Challenge Accepted, or the Challenge Accepted Moto Vloggers page, whichever you prefer. And it's a response video to Howie 702. And this is the How You Got Your Name challenge, where you have to make a video explaining the history of your YouTube name or your Facebook name or whatever it is. Howie's video explained how he chose to use his first name, Howard, and combine it with his call sign from his work as an ambulance driver, emergency services response vehicle driver, and his call sign was 702. My story is very different. I don't know how everybody else managed to get their come up with their motor vlogger name. I mean, Paddy Outback is pretty obvious. He's a paddy living in the outback. Epic Adam is a man whose name is Adam and believes himself to be epic. Old Man Tony, I'm assuming, is a recent enough one. I doubt he was 30 years old riding around on motorbikes calling himself Old Man Tony. But I imagine his name came from the fact that his name is Tony and he considers himself to be an old man now. My little story is different. My YouTube name, and for those of you who don't know, I am KAZA WHAKI, K-A-Z-A, KAZA WHAKI, W-H-A-K-I. My YouTube name was given to me by my grandmother. My grandfather owned a farm in County Waterford and my grandmother obviously lived there, and I learned to ride motorbikes on a Honda 50 around the farm. It was my job in the mornings and the evenings to go up the farm, up through the fields to get the cattle for milking. And I used the old Honda 50 as my mode of transport. I still have that Honda 50 actually. I got it from my grandfather and did a bit of work. It was in bad old shape when I finally took ownership of it, because it had been thrashed around on the farm for probably 30 years when I got my hands on it, and it was in fairly bad nick. But I did a bit of work on it and restored it, and I still have it at home in my father's house. But back to the name. The first bike I bought myself was a Kawasaki LTD 454. Nice lightweight cruiser, and I got it essentially just to do my test on, because it was at that time there was none of the IBT or any of that, so I bought that bike, Kawasaki LTD 454, and one of the first things I did was I went to visit my grandparents on it for the spin. So yeah, my grandmother is the sweetest lady you could ever meet, and she just wants to please everybody and everybody to be happy and get along. So while most people's grandmothers, if they saw them rock up on a a motorcycle, the immediate response would be, oh Lord, not one of those deadly machines, oh they're so dangerous, oh no, would you not get a car, you'd be safer. Not my granny. My granny doted over the bike. Oh, it's a lovely, and I love the colour of it. Oh, black, oh, I love that. And it looks comfortable, and is it fast? And what make is it? It being a Kawasaki, it had one of these Kawasaki badges on the side. And God love her. So what make is it? Wait till I see. Oh, it's a KAZA WHAKI. I always loved KAZA WHAKIs. They're a great bike. And 'twas all I could do not to burst out laughing when I heard her calling the bike a KAZA WHAKI. Flash forward to a couple of years later, I passed my tests. The bike, that LTD, finally shit the bed and had to be scrapped. And then I was off the bikes for a good few years. And then a couple of years later, I got back into bikes and I bought this bike off a friend of mine. And last year, one of the points of the Bridge Too Far Iron Butt Rally was quite close to my grandparents, so I decided I'd take it for a spin down there and call in to visit them. And even though it was probably 10 years since I had last gone there since I first went down there on the Kawasaki LTD, I arrived and it was a carbon copy of the last time. Oh lovely, look at it, and I love the colour. Oh, and is it fast? But you wouldn't drive it fast now, sure you wouldn't. Oh well, that's lovely. And what make is it? Oh, I see it here, yeah, it's a KAZA WHAKI. And I hadn't the heart to tell her that I'd named my YouTube channel for the name she had given my first bike, KAZA WHAKI. So there you go. That's how I got my name. My granny gave it to me. I know it's not very bikery story, is it? But that's it. That's how I got it. So thanks to Howie 703 for issuing the challenge. I don't know if you have to nominate anybody for this. I think it's just a general challenge. So if I'll offer a general challenge as well. If you see this video and you want to make a video about how you came up with your name, go for it. I won't stop you. And if you haven't, excuse me, and if you haven't checked out the Challenge Accepted Motovloggers page on Facebook, go and check it out, because it's a bit of crack. There's good old people on it, and oh look at this fucking muck on the road. Anyway, I have 45 minutes to get into Dublin city centre, so I'm going to switch off now, partly to save battery on the camera, but also because I may stray above speed limits, and not overly anxious to have video evidence of that. So slán go fóill, guys. I will see you in the next one. Once again, thanks to Howie 702, Howie 702, not 703. Once again, thanks to Howie 702 for issuing the challenge. I don't know when I'll manage to actually upload this, because my laptop is being sequestered by the by work at the moment, so I won't have access to it for a while. But yeah, slán go fóill, lads. Ride safe, rubber side down, etc, etc, and I will see you in the next one. Good luck.